Well, for more than 50 years, the Harlem School of the Arts has served the community through dance, music, visual arts, as well as music. And joining us now to tell us more about the different art programs and their upcoming Masquerade Ball Gala, we welcome now the Harlem School of the Arts president, Eric Pryor. And Eric, good to have you.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on the great work that's going on.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Good, good. And as we said, for more than 50 years, you guys have really been in business and continue to do some great work and a lot of programs that really have helped to fine-tune some young people.
Well, the core of our work has really been training children in all four arts disciplines, both on site at the Herb Alpert Center and also serving kids within the public schools and charter schools around New York City. So that's been the core of our work, but more recently we're definitely expanding on that work and taking advantage of our facility and offering public programs for the community.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the several programs that you have, and for people who may not be familiar with the Harlem School of the Arts, what do you have?
Well, we do everything from artist talks. We have an art gallery, 4,000 square foot art gallery. So we do exhibitions. With all our exhibitions, of course, we do conversations and talks so people can really peel back the onion and see what the artists are thinking about when they were making their work. Also, we do a art series called Art Makers, where we interview different folks. Like last year, for example, we had Michael Bivins, Twyla Thorpe, Danny Simmons, just to name a few. And so have these conversations, and it really is about really creating a dialogue around the arts and what's happening within culture.
When you talk about the arts, obviously we talk about kids in the arts.
Right.
In the school system, sometimes the arts are challenged.
Correct.
Budget cuts, things of that nature.
Correct.
Talk to us about how you're able to really provide some much needed support and help.
Well, I mean, for us, we look at it and realize that really, access to the arts is a social justice issue. I mean, you're really talking about making certain that, you're able to think outside the box and understand the possibilities in life. And the best way to do that is to teach our children to be visionary thinkers. And the best way to do that is to put them in a platform where they're solving problems that don't have necessarily a finite answer, but an answer that comes from their creativity, and helping them to tap into that is critically important.
And you got a fundraiser coming up, I guess.
Yeah.
You got your Masquerade Ball and Gala.
Masquerade Ball. It's going to be a fun night, and we have some incredible honorees, Mary J. Blige. We also have Renee Goldsberry, Deborah Lee, and our own Ray Chu, who happens to be an alumni of HSA.
What's that like for you?
It's amazing. It's a fun night. I mean, it's going to be, the performances are all done by our current students and a few of our alumni students, and I mean, they tear it up, and they're going to really do some amazing performances. And then after the dinner and the performances, we go down and DJ D Nice will be on the ones and twos, and folks will dance, and it's just a really good time.
And that's taking place on next Monday, October 23rd. And so you're encouraged to be a part at the Grand Ballroom at the Plaza. And you can check out the Masquerade, and you got to dress your best now in order to come and have a good time.
Got to have your tux.
Got to have your tux.
Got to
be ready.
Got
to be ready.
Got to be ready.
Got to be ready. That's it. That's it. When you talk about the programs at Harlem School of the Arts, obviously adults as well as children have the opportunity to really benefit. What do you feel is a big difference maker that Harlem School of the Arts makes?
Well, I mean, essentially, we have a 40,000 square foot facility, so we're positioned to really to put Harlem School of the Arts as a cultural hub in Harlem, which basically means we are rooted in our training program, but we want to make certain that people have other experiences, whether, like I said, going to exhibitions, book signings, music performances, theater performances, and have dialogue around those things, because having a platform where we can discuss issues, the arts have always been at the core of change in America. If you think about the civil rights movement and people like Harry Belafonte, the arts has always been a place where you can come together on a human level and really bridge differences, but it's also a place where you can use your voice to talk about what's happening in the world.
And when you talk about what's happening in the world, a lot of issues that are out there, talk about having the platform of Harlem School of the Arts to be that place where that voice can be heard.
It's critical. Our young people, I think it's important that we really provide a platform, the training, and make certain that our young people, as well as our young adult artists, because that's critical. You can train young people in the studio, but you need to give them someone to look to and aspire to. So making certain that we have things that really highlight young, emerging artists, it's so important in terms of them looking at their trajectory as an artist and how they can approach it.
And you talk about Ray Chu being one of your alumni.
Yeah.
What does it mean to have a person of his caliber actually be an alumni, and what does that say to those who are just taking an outside look in?
It's amazing. Ray Chu we have a young lady who last year was third on the NBC show The Voice. We have a young man that's on The Voice right now this season. We have the kid from Stranger Things as a HSA alum. The young lady that's playing Domino in the new Marvel comic series, she's Yazzie Beetz. She's a HSA alum. So there's a lot of HSA alum out there, and they're not just in the arts field. They're also, in industry and in politics. So, ultimately the arts is just an amazing training ground for creating our citizens of tomorrow.
I have to have a shameless plug being from Harlem. What does it mean to have it in Harlem and being right there with all the diversity that's going on?
It's amazing. Harlem is, when you think about Harlem, the Harlem Renaissance, and, when we look at right now as we come on in 2020 and up through 2030, we're talking about the 100-year anniversary of the Harlem Renaissance. So to be in Harlem in that right now in this period where we're coming on 100 years from where, Harlem really, was branded, with the greats of the arts coming through there. It's an amazing thing that I'm honored to be a part of.
So if people want to tap into the Harlem School of the Arts, what do they do?
Essentially, you can visit our website, www.hsanyc.org, to learn more about what we do. And I encourage you to just come and visit. Our doors are open. Once again, I said we have exhibitions that are open to the public, so just come in and check it out. And, we'll definitely take you around. We have 3 dance studios, 12 private lesson music studios, a new digital lab. We're right now just got equipment donated, so we're in the progress of constructing a recording studio and beautiful courtyard. The thing is, people come into HSA and they're amazed by how beautiful the facility was, and I must just say Dorothy Maynard, our founder, was a true visionary.
Yeah, and certainly to see where it is today, obviously a lot of progression, a lot of growth, and thank you for keeping the mantle going.
Well, thank you for having me.
That's all right. Eric Pryor, president of our Harlem School of the Arts, and we want to thank him for coming and sharing with us today. And as you said, if you want to be part of that Masquerade Ball, yes, you do have to bring your best, wear your tux, and be ready for an outstanding night. As he said, Mary J. Blige, Ray Chu, just among some of the people that will be attending. So if you can and will, come on out and support the Harlem School of the Arts. Excellent organization. Unfortunately, I got to tell you, we've come to the end of the show today. And yes, we want to thank all of our guests for joining us. But most of all, we want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now, if you missed any part of today's show, yes, you can catch the Recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Cablevision Channel 67. Verizon Files should be on Channel 33. Or anytime on the web, you can check us out at bronxnet.org. I'm Daren Jaime. It's been a pleasure coming to your homes on this beautiful Wednesday. Be sure to keep this channel wide open, saying take care and God bless.